I ran out of beer, so I'm drinking a sugar-free and caffeine-free soda. Do not recommend. We have hit rock bottom here at the channel. Okay, a party game. I bet you weren't expecting this one, huh? Although, if you watched my last top 10 video, you probably could have guessed this one. Today, we are reviewing the original Kickstarter edition of Exploding Kittens. So, it says right here on the box, 2 to 5 players, takes 2 minutes to learn, 15 minutes to play, and right here it says it is the most backed Kickstarter ever. I believe this was only as of the time of its release, which was 2015, but that's still crazy. So, like every party game ever, this has an NSFW version. Exploding Kittens' NSFW version is called Exploding Wabs.
Wet ass P-word.
I'm just fucking with you. Although on the box it does say for ages 30 and up. So, if you're not 30, you can get the hell out of here. So, Exploding Kittens, as you could probably tell, is a game about wet ass P-words and explosions. The instructions inside the box even indicate that if you explode, you lose, and that losers are full of incendiary loser sad sauce. Something tells me that incendiary loser sad sauce is either cum or just depression, and that this is a cry for help. The cards that you pick up in the game basically just keep you from exploding. There's some interactions like attack, which makes your opponent go twice in a row, like picking up 2 cards, so they're more likely to pick up the Exploding Kittens card, and there's also another card called Stop that prevents that. This is basically the no you or the reverse of Exploding Kittens. In the base game, the only cat power that you have is the Rainbow Ralphing Cat, and the Rainbow Ralphing Cat is useless on its own, but if you get 2 of them, you can play both at the same time and steal a card from your opponent, which could be a diffuse card which keeps you from exploding. So there are 3 expansions: Imploding Kittens, Streaking Kittens, and Barking Kittens. All of these add new cat powers and new cards. The suggestion that I was given is that if you're going to get an expansion, you might as well get all 3 and introduce them all at once. The base game is only 56 cards and it's pretty much just the same 5 cards over and over again. So trust me when I say you can add all of the expansions and you'll be able to understand it. So this game has a mobile app that has public and private matchmaking. There are a timer in all of these games, so games are usually done within 5 to 10 minutes. The mobile version contains all of the expansions. There is one downside though: you can't play with them all together, you have to play with them separately. You have to pick which expansion you're going to include. So getting all 3 is kind of pointless if you're going to get the mobile version. When you're playing with an expansion, the people who are playing with you also have to not only own, but also have chosen to play with that expansion. Knowing this, I would personally pass on the mobile version of this game because it seems like a lot for no reason. On the Exploding Kittens subreddit, however, the developers announced that they use the app for things like card ban testing and testing out new cards or strategies. So if you want the latest and greatest in Exploding Kittens news, you can always just check out the mobile site or the subreddit. But I mean, hey, at least this app isn't the Cards Against Humanity app. The base game is $15, and for a card game you can pretty much find anywhere. That seems a little steep, especially when you compare it to games like Uno. But when you consider that this game was made by 2 people from a comic site called The Oatmeal, it's pretty modestly priced. The app is $1.99 right now, and each expansion for the app is also $1.99. Something interesting about this game, like I said, at the time it was the most backed game on Kickstarter ever. Which, like I said, they clearly tell you that on every box. There was so much hype, and because this game was produced and manufactured by basically 2 people, they decided to branch out and try some other games. The other games that they've developed are Bears vs. Babies, Throw Burrito, and You've Got Crabs. You've probably seen one or all of these at Target because they're very ubiquitous. So, to make up for what is basically just a really short review, we're going to have bonus reviews, and I will review all of the games made by the Oatmeal right now. Bears vs. Babies. I actually had this game. Had being the keyword. I have no idea where it is, and I do not care. So the next game is You've Got Crabs. This one I actually also got as a gift, and the big downside is that you have to have a minimum of 4 people to play the game. I also spilt beer on this game twice, which makes the game unplayable because if you can recognize the cards by their backs, it ruins the game. So, yeah. I can pretty much recognize the cards by their respective beer stains, so I don't play this one anymore. Why? the fuck would you make a card game that's like dodgeball? Why would you throw a stuffed burrito at somebody in a board game? Okay, so for the difficulty rating, well, the box says it takes 2 minutes to learn, and the website says that it takes 1 minute to learn. That's kind of confusing, so I'm rating this one a 5 out of 5 difficulty. This is probably the hardest game I've played this year. This wet-ass P-word powered Russian roulette of a party game is pretty enjoyable. I can probably play 4 or 5 rounds of this in a party setting before it gets stale. And party settings are probably where my tolerance for mostly entirely luck-based card games are at an all-time high. My main issue with the game is that the strategies are either extremely obvious or just completely non-existent. With the rounds being so short, that's definitely a pro, but it's a con when I just don't care about a round, or if I start with a bad hand, I don't really give a shit. I am giving Exploding Kittens a strong 4 out of 10. Then again, I don't think I've played a single card game that I would rate over a 7, so this isn't actually a bad score for a game like this. This is one that I would play again if somebody asked me specifically to play this game. Board Game Geek rated it a flat 6.0 out of 10 back in the day when it came out, and nearly 600 people said that it is a 10 out of 10 game. Now, I haven't played with any expansions, so maybe I'm missing out on some really quality 10 out of 10 gameplay. Not only have I not played the expansions for this party game, but I don't even remember the last party that I went to. Or what I ate for breakfast this morning. What was I talking about? Okay, so a big thank you to Lols977 for gifting me this game almost exactly 2 months ago. I feel particularly bad, because I pretty much could have made this review at any point, but it took a long time, and I'm glad that knowing you, I know you understand. Sadly, there are some other people that have waited just as long, if not longer, for their own commissions, but like I said, I promise I'll get to it. Speaking of which, if you for some reason want to get in line, that was the worst segue ever, you could check out my Ko-fi link in the description below. You can basically tell me what to review next, or you can just throw a couple bucks my way because you really appreciate these videos. You like watching my stuff, you know, once, twice a week, whatever, however often you catch up on these things, it's fine. Now would be a good time to do that. Give your favorite bean a little Christmas present. Hopefully not crabs, but don't give me crabs, I will kill you. I also have a Board Game Geek account that has all of the games that I have access to. I constantly update that with about 1 to 2 games every single week, so that is definitely something you want to check regularly. Also, the Ko-fi, I post updates, I leak spoilers, bits, tweets, stuff like that to my Ko-fi page all the time. So if you want to see the latest and greatest in Bean gaming news, you can check that out, again, regularly. I promise it's rewarding, and yes, I can check when you guys check out my page. So make me happy, and let me see those analytics go up. I actually only plan on doing 1 more board game review for this year. I know in one of my earlier videos I said if you have a commission you should get it by the end of the year. I was way off on that. I decided to take up a couple of extra projects, one that is going to take me a minimum of 9 weeks, so be prepared for that. I have no idea how long the video is going to be, but it's going to be a crazy one, so look forward to that, as well as some other projects that are board game related or video game related. That no one really asked for. So, like I said, I'm doing 1 more review for the year, and it's going to be a nice one. So you're still going to see content posted at least once a week here, but there's 1 more big review that's coming out for the rest of the year. Announcement time. So I am doing another Wingspan stream with the digital developers of the game, Monster Couch. It is scheduled for Tuesday, December 15th at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. Another content creator for the game and I will be streaming with the lead designer of the game. If you missed the first developer stream, it's no big deal. I got it for you right here. Just click on this at the end of the video. There's also going to be a link in the description for it, and you can watch a edited version of the playthrough. It's a lot of fun. There's a lot of strategy talk and kind of how to play the game overall and what I was really looking for and what you can look forward to on Tuesday. Last time Monster Couch came into my chat and they gave out a free download code for the game and for the soundtrack at separate points. And a little birdie told me that they might give out some more or have a big announcement planned for the big holiday stream. The comment question for the video is, what is your favorite party game? No judgment here, so feel free to whip out the Jenga and the Cards Against Humanity. Most people never really respond to these comment questions anyway, so I guess if you've made it this far into the video, congrats, and I really look forward to your answer. I'm only going to favorite the comments that answer this question. So, anyways, I hope to see you in the Wingspan developer stream on Tuesday, and if I don't see you there, I'm going to take your shoes and I'm going to hide them from you. Oh shit. I forgot the drink pairing. I recommend whatever you would drink at a party, I guess.
2 shots of vodka,